Back in the eBay store. Today we have just 4 orders going out for a total of $168. First thing we have going out, it was an N980 BT wireless headset with charging base, noise canceling microphone. Picked this up at the thrift store. I'm into it for just $3. This is in D3. So that is going to be down over here. Okay, it's this guy right here. So again, it is open box. It is used. Again, paid $3. This sold for $17.76, and the buyer did pay $11.20 in shipping. Next thing going out, we have some more of those air-blown inflatable car buddies. This is an RA item. Paid $1 for each of them. This buyer came in because this was a variation listing. They came in and bought 4 of just the snowman. So total cost of goods on this order is $4. And I'm going to come in here because it's easier to get to them. So we're going to grab 4 of these. We want the snowman. There. That's Rudolph, the snowman. And another snowman. Come back over here in the light. So yeah, buyer came in and bought a total of 4 of these. 4 of these sold for $42.56, and the buyer did pay $13.80 in shipping. Next item out. Next item going out. This is mini festive Dr. Plagu and Nurse B squishable plush Santa, and I also put Santa Christmas holiday. These are the squishables, the squish mellows, or I'm not even sure what you call these, but it's in bin P, which is going to be right down here. So it's this one. What do they call these things? Squishmallows? Squishable. Okay. So it's these 2 right here. Grab these in hand. Okay, so you can see this one, and you can see this one. Pick these up at local thrift store. I'm into each of them for $1. So total cost of goods on this is $2. These sold for $29.95, and the buyer did pay $12.95 in shipping. Okay, moving on to the last item. This is another set of the Kellogg cereal bowls. So it's these right here. So all 4 of these sold for $26.66, and the buyer did pay $12.10 in shipping. Doing things a little differently today. I've already pulled the items. I figured I'd come in here and let you know where I picked the item up, what I paid for it, and also what it sold for. So in total, we've got $350.41 going out today. First thing is, this is a mixed lot of Lego Bionicle Mask, lot of 7. Picked these up at a thrift store. They were inside. I picked up a huge Lego bin for $6. says $8, but I went and looked at the tote, and on the tote it had $6. So paid $6 for it. Just this one item here paid for that entire tote and put us into the profit. Just this here sold for $27.95, and the buyer did pay $5.65 in shipping. Next thing we have going out, picked up this McCoy cookie jar. I don't want to break it. Picked it up when we had the citywide here in my local town. That seller had a lot of good stuff. I ended up paying up for this. I paid $50 for it, but I knew what it would sell for. I had it listed for like $200. Buyer came in and asked me what would be my best offer. At the time, I was running a sale, and it was like $176. And I figured I've got to get things moving out of my eBay store to make room for additional inventory that I have. So I went and sent this buyer an offer for $154.95. They accepted and paid right away. Next thing going out is this Veil jigsaw puzzle. It is 500 pieces. Paid 50 cents at my local thrift store. This sold for $17.36, and the buyer did pay $10.50 in shipping. This here, picked this up at my local thrift store. I'm into it for $2. This is a vintage Nativia lot, Japan, all numbered, 52 of 345. Buyer sent me a message on this and wanted to thank me for a great deal. This sold for $40.85, and the buyer did pay $12.95 in shipping. Now the last two items the last three items going out, buyer came in, it's two different buyers, but one buyer came in and bought two of these People magazine, Jackie, an Extraordinary Life, a new look at the woman who created Camelot. They came in and bought one, and then immediately after they came and bought another one. So for each magazine, the buyer paid $6.92, and they paid $4.63 in shipping for each magazine. Last magazine going out, this is Entertainment, The Ultimate Guide to Yellowstone, Inside TV's Most Watched Show, A Land and a Legacy. This sold for $13.01, and the buyer did pay $4.63 in shipping. Back in the eBay store, we have 5 orders going out for $219. We have one, it's a set of 4 Bethlehem lights, window candle sensors, change colors, battery operated, 13 inches, and it is golden color. It's going to be these ones right up here. Grab one of them. So it's this right here. Picked this up at one of the local thrift stores here in town for $3. This sold for $45.01, and the buyer did pay $14.10 in shipping. Next thing going out, this is a pair of men's swims braided lace loafers, size 9. These are in Q3. There's one right there. Here's the other one hiding. Yep, all the way down at the bottom. All right. Come on, get in there. I couldn't grab a hold of them. So it's these guys right here. Paid $2 at one of the local thrift stores here in town. These sold for $36.51, and the buyer did pay $16.20 in shipping. Next item going out, this is a vintage 5-piece Corel Corningware, and it's the Indian Summer pattern. I put a dinner set floral pattern set. This says it's on shelf 7, so it should be on this shelf here. Let me take a closer look at the photo. Okay. Ah, there it is right there. So we need one bowl. See if we can get some of this stuff out of the way. Okay, one of the saucers, one of the cups. One of the salad plates. And one of the dinner plates. So this is a 5-piece dinner setting. Picked this up on a high bid haul. Paid $6 for the entire dish set. This sold for $19.51, and the buyer did pay $14.55 in shipping. Next item happens to be right here. We sold another set of the Kellogg cereal bowls. So let's grab one of each. How'd that one end up in that? Okay, let's make sure we got one of each. Paid $15 for a box of these at my local thrift store, and it had 23 sets in it. This sold for $25.46, and the buyer did pay $12.95 in shipping. Now this next item is probably going to end up being a cancellation. It's one of these right here, but I thought I delisted this because it's one of the blue, and I'm all out of the blue. So I'll reach out to the buyer. I'll let them know that I'm out of the blue, but I have red, yellow, and the pink one, and see if I can send one of those in its place and offer them a little bit of a discount. So I'll let you know, and I'll add it in here what the buyer decides to do. This was an RA item. I picked up a bunch of these a couple years back on RA clearance, paid $2 each for them. This sold for $11.60, and the buyer did pay $9.10 in shipping. And again, I'll add it right here what the buyer decides to do.